Good evening everyone and welcome back to our channel. I am Twinkle Patra from IME Law College and currently a legal intern at Lexis and Company, and today the topic that I am going to start is void agreement under Indian Contract Act. So what are void agreements? Agreements that are not enforceable by law are called void agreements, and under the Indian Contract Act there are from section 24 to section 30 all are void agreement, and we will discuss each and every section in this video. So let's come to section 24. It says agreement unlawful in parts. So it means that if any agreement is unlawful as a whole or in parts is void agreement. Let's read in what is in bare act. So here it is said that where the object or consideration is illegal in part and is not severable from the rest, the whole agreement goes down. It means that if any transaction or if any part of the consideration or whole consideration is illegal in part and that cannot be separated as legal and illegal, then the whole transaction or that whole consideration will be void. सो अगर लीगल पार्ट जो है वो इलीगल पार्ट से सेपरेट हम कर सकते हैं तो उतना जो लीगल पार्ट हम सेपरेट करेंगे वो हमारा वॉइड नहीं होगा, लेकिन अगर हम सेपरेट नहीं कर सकते तो उसको भी हम वॉइड माना जाएगा. अगली बात इसमें बोली गई है कि अगर एक सिंगल ट्रांजेक्शन है और जिसका पर्पस है बहुत सारे ऑब्जेक्ट्स को फुलफ़िल करना, और अगर एज अ होल या फिर उसका पार्ट ट्रांजेक्शन का इलीगल है तो वो पूरी ट्रांजेक्शन ही वॉइड हो जाएगी. और दूसरी बात इस सेक्शन में कही गई है कि अगर बहुत एक ही ऑब्जेक्ट है लेकिन उस ऑब्जेक्ट के बहुत सारे कंसिडरेशंस हैं और उस कंसिडरेशन का कुछ पार्ट इलीगल है तो पूरी ही ट्रांजैक्शन वॉइड हो जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आधा जो कंसिडरेशन है वो लीगल है तो वो फुलफ़िल कर लो, बाकी नहीं. कंसिडरेशन की बारी में पूरी ही ट्रांजैक्शन जो होगी वो वॉइड हो जाएगी, लेकिन अगर ट्रांजैक्शन का कुछ पार्ट है तो वो ट्रांजैक्शन वॉइड होएगी. अब सेक्शन 25 आता है अग्रीमेंट विदाउट कंसिडरेशन. तो इसमें तीन बातें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इट सेज अग्रीमेंट विदाउट कंसिडरेशन वॉइड अनलेस, अग्रीमेंट जो होंगे बिना कंसिडरेशन के वॉइड हो जाएंगे अगर it is in written and registered or is a promise to compensate for something done or is a promise to pay a debt barred by limitation law. An agreement made without consideration is void unless, तो इसमें तीन बातें कही गई हैं. पहली है कि रजिस्टर्ड या रिटन फॉर्म में हो वो अग्रीमेंट या फिर नेचुरल लव और अफेक्शन में बनाया गया हो. पहला पॉइंट हम पढ़ते हैं. इट इज़ एक्सप्रेस इन राइटिंग एंड रजिस्टर्ड अंडर द लॉ फॉर द टाइम बीइंग इन फोर्स फॉर द रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ documents and is made on account of natural love and affection between parties standing in a near relation to each other. So अगर कोई अग्रीमेंट रिटन फॉर्म में है, रजिस्टर्ड फॉर्म में है और कैसी ऐसी पार्टी में बनाया है जो नियर रिलेशनशिप फॉलो करते हैं, तो वो जो अग्रीमेंट होगा वॉइड नहीं होगा. लेकिन अगर वो अनलेस इसमें लिखा है अनलेस, अगर ये सब है तो वॉइड नहीं होगा, अदरवाइज इट विल बी वॉइड. इलिस्ट्रेशन इसमें दे रखी है. ए फॉर नेचुरल लव एंड अफेक्शन प्रॉमिस टू गिव हिज सन बी ₹1000. A put his promise to B into writing a registered form. It is a contract. So here A has promised that he will pay his son ₹1000. Then as it has no consideration, but it is in written and registered form, and also there is a relation between a father and a son, that is a blood relation. So this contract will be valid. Now second point is, it is a promise to compensate wholly or in part a person who has already voluntarily done something for the promisor or something which the promisor was legally compelled to do, or unless. So it means that if some person has done voluntary a thing or an activity for another person and that first person was legally bound to do that or he does that voluntary, then it will not be considered as void agreement. In this case we generally refer to the past payments. For example, if I have found a purse on a road and I voluntarily gave that purse to the owner rather than keeping it with myself, so in that case that person will give me some compensation for that, right? Now third point is, it is a promise made in written and signed by the person to be charged therewith or by his agent, generally or specially authorized in that behalf, to pay wholly or in part a debt which the creditor might have enforced payment but for the law for the limitation of suits. So it means that if a person has signed or in written form said that yes, I will pay that limitation barred amount, or his agent has done that, then also that agreement will not be void. Now there are two explanations. First is nothing in this section shall affect the validity as between the donor and the donee of any gift actually made. So it means that a gift of movable which has been completed by delivery and gift of immovables which have been preferred by the registration can't be questioned as to their validity only on grounds of lack of consideration. It means if someone has given gift to any other person, then the gift will not be questioned on the basis of that there is no consideration. A gift is a gift, so in the gift we will not see that is there any consideration or no. Now second explanation says that an agreement to which the consent of the promisor is freely given is not void merely because the consideration is inadequate. It means if someone has given the consent that yes I am in this, he has freely given his consent, then if in that case the consideration is insufficient, then it doesn't mean that it will not be considered as a contract, but the inadequacy of the consideration may be taken into account by the court in determining the question whether the consent of the promisor was freely given or not. But if there is insufficient consideration, then this insufficient consideration will only be considered by court in the case where court needs to find that the consent of the person is freely given or not. Otherwise this insufficient consideration will not be questioned in any other way. Now let's come to section 26. It says restraint of marriage. So no one can restrain you from doing a marriage. It is not a rule, it is not a law that anyone can restrain you from marriage. It is illegal if someone stops you from marriage or marrying at all, or for marrying for a fixed period, or for marrying a particular class or a particular person, or a class of persons. Yeah, these are four things: that marrying at all, marrying a particular class, marrying a particular person, or marrying for fixed period of time. So if someone is restraining you from doing that, then it is illegal and he or she cannot do that. It comes under section 26 of Indian Contract Act, that is restraint of marriage. But there is one exception, that in the favor of minor. If someone is restraining a marriage of a minor and that is in favor of minor, then it will be not illegal. Now let's come to section 27, restraint to trade. So here it is said same, that no one can restrain you from doing any trade, because trade and commerce is a fundamental right given under Constitution of India, and no one can prevent you from doing trade. So it says that no one can be restrained from exercising a lawful profession, trade or business of any kind. But there are some exceptions, that is statutory and judicial exception. Under statutory exception there is Goodwill and Partnership Act, and under judicial exception there is a trade combination. Trade combination means that when two or more traders come together to trade together, so they don't restrain each other from doing trade, but they come together and does trade unitedly. Now second is sales or exclusively dealing agreement. It means when a trader exclusively deals with an agent or a distributor, that I will only trade with you, so you are requested, or you that you don't trade with any other person, and that distributor or trader also says yes to it or gives his free consent, then it means sales or exclusively dealing agreement. Then also it will not be under any trade restriction. And third is restraint upon employees. It means that if there are companies or business that contains important information and that are secret of the company, so the employees doesn't let that out. So in their contract it is mentioned that you will not do any job other than this. So it doesn't mean they are restraining that employee, but to safeguard their secrets, that's why they are mentioning this point in under contract. So it will also not come under restraint of trade. Now let's come to 28, restraint of legal proceeding. It means no one can be restrained from practicing or taking a legal proceeding or taking a legal aid. The Bare Act says an agreement by which a party is restricted absolutely from enforcing his legal right arising under a contract by the usual legal proceeding in the ordinary tribunal, and an agreement which limits the time within which the contract rights may be enforced. It means that you cannot mention in the contract that only you have 2 to 3 days, only in that time you can do any legal proceeding, other than that you cannot do anything. It is against the law. And third is that which extinguish the right of any part or discharge any party from any liability on expiry of a specified period. सो आप अपनी लाइबिलिटी कम नहीं कर सकते हो। अगर आपकी इतनी लाइबिलिटी बनती है तो आपको वो पूरी करनी पड़ेगी। आप ऐसा कुछ मेंशन नहीं कर सकते हो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में कि मेरी सिर्फ लाइबिलिटी इतनी है, इससे आगे मैं कुछ नहीं करूँगा, तो ये भी इलीगल हो जाएगा। नाउ 29 है अनसर्टेन अग्रीमेंट्स। अनसर्टेन अग्रीमेंट्स होते हैं जिनका कुछ मीनिंग नहीं होता। अग्रीमेंट हुज मीनिंग इज़ नॉट सर्टेन एंड आर नॉट केपेबल ऑफ बीइंग मेड सर्टेन आर वॉइड। सो कुछ ऐसे अग्रीमेंट जिनका जो मीनिंग है वो सर्टेन हो ही नहीं पाता, या तो जो पार्टीज़ होती है वो ढंग से नहीं बताती कि क्या अग्रीमेंट है, क्या इसके रूल्स है, क्या रेगुलेशन है, या तो क्लियर नहीं करती या वो क्लियर हो ही नहीं सकता। इट्स नॉट सर्टेन, सो वो हो जाएंगे अनसर्टेन अग्रीमेंट्स, वो भी वॉइड होते हैं। नाउ सेक्शन 30 हमारा वेजरिंग अग्रीमेंट है। इस पर मैंने सेपरेट वीडियो बना रखी है, आप वहाँ जाके देख सकते हैं। वेजरिंग अग्रीमेंट थोड़ा सा लेंदी टॉपिक है, इसलिए मैंने उसकी सेपरेट वीडियो बना रखी है। वेजरिंग अग्रीमेंट भी वॉइड ही होते हैं। वेजरिंग अग्रीमेंट मैं आपको शॉर्ट में बताती हूँ, उसका मतलब होता है बेटिंग करना। तो you can watch my video on that and also keep liking, keep sharing and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.